Why most older people struggle to live past 80. 5 unexpected reasons that quietly shorten life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart and probably yours too. Living a long, healthy, and joyful life as we age. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, or maybe you're watching this for someone you love, this video is for you. Today, we're talking about why most older people struggle to live past 80 and uncovering 5 unexpected reasons that quietly shorten life. These aren't the usual suspects like heart disease or diabetes. Those get a lot of attention already. Instead, I'm sharing some hidden factors that sneak up on us, things we might not even realize are stealing years from our lives. I've spent years researching health and aging, talking to experts, and hearing stories from folks just like you. And let me tell you, aging well isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about the choices we make every day. Think of this video as a heart-to-heart, like we're sitting down with a cup of coffee, chatting about how to make the most of these precious years. I'll share real-life examples, practical tips, and a little bit of wisdom to inspire you to take charge of your health. So, grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's dive into these 5 unexpected reasons that could be holding you back from living your longest, happiest life. Ready? Let's get started. Reason 1. Social isolation creeps in and steals vitality. Let's start with something that's so easy to overlook: social isolation. As we get older, life changes. Kids move out, friends retire and relocate, and sometimes we just don't feel like going out as much. But here's the thing. Staying connected with others isn't just nice to have. It's critical for living longer. Studies, like one from Brigham Young University, show that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's wild, right? Think about someone like Susan, a 67-year-old I met at a community center. Susan lost her husband a few years ago, and her kids live across the country. She started staying home more, skipping book club, and even avoiding church. Over time, she felt tired, unmotivated, and even her blood pressure spiked. Her doctor told her it wasn't just grief. Her lack of social connection was literally making her sick. Loneliness raises stress hormones like cortisol, weakens your immune system, and increases the risk of depression, which can spiral into other health issues. So what can you do? Start small. Join a local walking group, volunteer at a food bank, or even call an old friend once a week. I know it's hard to put yourself out there, but even one meaningful conversation a week can make a difference. My neighbor, Tom, started hosting a monthly potluck for his buddies, and he says it's like a shot of energy every time. Connection keeps your heart and soul young. So don't let isolation sneak up on you. Reason 2. Neglecting mental stimulation lets your brain rust. Next up is something we don't talk about enough: keeping your brain active. A lot of us focus on physical health, like eating right or exercising, but we forget that our brains need a workout too. When we stop challenging our minds, it's like letting a car sit in the garage too long. It starts to rust. Research from a National Institute on Aging shows that mental stimulation can lower the risk of cognitive decline by up to 30%. That's huge. Let me tell you about my friend Linda, who's 72. After retiring, she spent most of her days watching TV or doing light chores. She noticed she was forgetting little things, names, appointments, and it scared her. Then she joined a community college class on history, just for fun. Not only did her memory improve, but she also felt more confident and energized. Learning something new, whether it's a language, a hobby like painting, or even playing chess, builds new neural pathways in your brain. It's like giving your mind a gym membership. You don't need to go back to school to keep your brain sharp. Try crossword puzzles, listen to a podcast on a topic you've never explored, or take up gardening if you've never tried it. The key is to challenge yourself regularly. I started learning to play the ukulele last year. Trust me, I'm no musician, but it's been so fun, and I feel sharper for it. So, what's one new thing you could try this week to give your brain a boost? Reason 3. Poor sleep habits sabotage your health. All right, let's talk about sleep. I know. Sleep problems seem like a normal part of aging, right? But here's the truth. Poor sleep isn't just annoying. It's a silent life shortener. The National Sleep Foundation says adults over 60 need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night, but many of us get far less. Chronic sleep deprivation raises your risk of heart disease, weakens your immune system, and even messes with your memory. I'll never forget talking to Mike, a 65-year-old retired teacher. Mike was proud of getting by on 5 hours of sleep a night. Thought it made him tough. But he was always tired, grumpy, and his doctor warned him his high blood pressure was getting worse. When Mike finally prioritized sleep, going to bed earlier, cutting out late-night TV, and using a white noise machine, his energy came back and his blood pressure dropped. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's medicine. Here's how to improve your sleep. Stick to a regular bedtime, avoid caffeine after noon, and make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary, cool, dark, and quiet. If you're struggling, talk to your doctor about things like sleep apnea, which is common in older adults. I started using a sleep mask a year ago, and it's been a game changer. What's one small change you could make to sleep better tonight? Reason 4. Ignoring small aches and pains leads to bigger problems. Now, let's talk about those little aches and pains we all get. Maybe your knee twinges when you climb stairs, or your back feels stiff after gardening. It's tempting to brush these off as just getting older, but ignoring them can lead to bigger issues that cut years off your life. Untreated pain or mobility issues can make you less active, which leads to weight gain, muscle loss, and even heart problems. Take my Aunt Clara, for example. At 68, she ignored a nagging pain in her hip, thinking it was no big deal. By the time she saw a doctor, she needed a hip replacement, and her inactivity had caused her to gain weight and lose strength. If she'd addressed it earlier with physical therapy or even simple stretches, she could have avoided surgery altogether. Studies show that staying active in your 60s and 70s can add years to your life, but pain often stops us from moving. Don't let pride or fear keep you from getting help. See a doctor or physical therapist for persistent pain, and try low-impact activities like swimming or yoga to stay mobile. I started doing a 10-minute stretch routine every morning, and it's helped me stay limber and pain-free. If something's hurting, don't ignore it. Your future self will thank you. Reason 5. Stress and resentment weigh you down. Finally, let's talk about something that's hard to admit: stress and resentment. Holding on to grudges, worrying constantly, or feeling bitter about life's challenges doesn't just make you miserable, it shortens your life. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which can lead to heart disease, diabetes, and a weaker immune system. A study from the American Psychological Association found that people who manage stress will live longer, happier lives. I'll share a personal story here. My dad, who's 74, used to carry a lot of resentment about his career. He felt he never got the recognition he deserved. It made him irritable, and his health suffered: high blood pressure, trouble sleeping. A few years ago, he started working with therapists and practicing gratitude, like writing down 3 things he's thankful for every day. It's transformed him. He's calmer, healthier, and honestly more fun to be around. You don't need therapy to let go of stress, though it can help. Try journaling, meditating, or even talking to a friend about what's weighing you down. Forgive someone who's hurt you, not for them, but for you. I've been using a meditation app for 10 minutes a day, and it's like hitting a reset button on my stress. What's one way you could lighten your emotional load this week? Wow! We've covered a lot today, haven't we? These 5 unexpected reasons: social isolation, neglecting mental stimulation, poor sleep, ignoring aches and pains, and holding on to stress, are sneaky culprits that can quietly shorten your life. But here's the good news: you have the power to change them. Aging isn't about fighting time. It's about making every year count. Whether it's calling a friend, learning something new, prioritizing sleep, addressing pain, or letting go of stress, small steps today can add years of joy to your life. I want you to imagine yourself at 85, 90, or even 100, vibrant, active, surrounded by people you love, sharing your wisdom with the world. That's not a fantasy. It's possible with the choices you make now. So, I challenge you. Pick one thing from this video to try this week. Maybe it's joining a club, doing a crossword, or just going to bed 30 minutes earlier. Share your plan in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and it might inspire someone else too. If you found this video helpful, Please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on living your best life in your golden years. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll dive into more ways to stay healthy and happy. Thanks for spending this time with me. It means the world. Here's to living long, living well, and making every moment count. See you next time.